Hi everyone, my name is Emily Fisher, and today we'll be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of social media. Now, before we begin, I would like everyone to reflect on their social media lives. Do you use it constantly? Maybe a couple hours a day? 30 minutes, or not at all? Do you find yourself at a loss when your phone is dead and you can't communicate via social media? When you communicate with friends, is it face-to-face or online? Now think about your answers as we dive deep into social media. Today I am here to bring awareness of the influence social media has on the mental health of teenagers. I chose to speak about this topic because in the past decade, social media has become a daily in people's lives. We turn to social media for daily news, advice, inspiration, or just because we're bored. We never turn to social media for negativity, but that seems to be the only thing that we get out of it. Approximately 97% of 13 to 17-year-olds use a social media platform, while 45% of those teenagers are on it constantly. New apps are created day by day. The typical Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and everyone's favorite time waster, TikTok. So what is the importance of social media? Social media was created as a way of communication and to meet new people. It was a platform that anyone could use to express what they wanted to or to spread awareness about something. Most people go to social media to see the current news or for entertainment or just because they're bored. It's a place to spread positivity, or at least that's what it was created for. Social media benefits include easy and accessible communication, building social networks, using it for entertainment. Social media is a place to go to express yourself. Having your own account where you could post to show what you're doing or how you feel has been beneficial for some people to express who they are, especially those who are introverted. Platforms can create friendships and build connections with others. From my personal experience, I would have never met my roommates and my best friends if it wasn't for a social media platform. Now the social media harms. These consist of distractions, bullying, mental health problems like depression and anxiety, self-absorption, irregular sleep patterns, false information spreading, and the list goes on and on. Having access to social media 24/7 can affect your daily life. When you're supposed to be doing homework, or supposed to go to work, or supposed to go to a family dinner, time slips away as soon as you pick up that phone and start scrolling. A lot of times when we put our head down and to look at our phone, we block out everything else. We become secluded from the rest of the world, and the biggest harm of social media is bullying. Just using social media may not directly correlate with mental health issues, but cyberbullying leads to them. 72% of teenagers have reported they have been cyberbullying, which is way too many. When people leave rude comments on your posts, the normal human response is, do they not like me? Did I do something wrong? A lot of times before people post, they have to think to themselves, will I get bullied for this, harassed, or judged? Teenagers tend to compare themselves to who they see online. When they see those major social media stars who have morphed their bodies to make them look as thin as a toothpick, that's who they look up to, and that's who they will try to be, because they want to fit in. Thinking about how others will react can lead to anxiety, and thinking about how others can perceive you can lead to depression. People don't like you, you're depressed. You feel like you don't fit in. When depression reaches a certain point, this can lead to suicidal ideations and self-harm. Studies have proved that 13% of adolescents have reported depression onset, when 32% of them had shown signs of anxiety. So what is the digital diet? Everyone knows that a human cannot survive without a proper intake of food, water, and oxygen. But now it seems like some teenagers, they can't survive without social media. Social media has become more popular than sleep. That's hard to believe. If you spend 9 hours on social media, 7 hours of sleeping, 8 hours on education, and 0.7 hours on physical activities, you're spending 63 hours a week and 3,276 hours a year on social media. In a different perspective, that's 136.5 days a year. That's almost half of a year. So the digital diet taste. Most teens tend to use Facebook, 26%, Instagram, 19%, Snapchat, 15%, Twitter, 12%, and using Google+, Vine, and Pinterest for a total of 28%. When 71% of teens tend to use more than one social network site, because one's not enough, you need a variety. So 90% of teens exchange text messages with their phones, while approximately only 25% of teens communicate in person. Preferences for communication vary, where 79% prefer instant messaging like iMessage, 72% use social media, Instagram DMs, Snapchat, 64% use email, 59% use video chat, 52% use video game chat features, and 42% use other messaging apps. There are many ways to protect your teen from the harms of social media. Set reasonable limits, monitor your teen's account, explain what's not okay. Tell them that cyberbullying is not okay and it leads to serious issues. Encourage real-world interaction, talking face-to-face. It's no different than texting over a phone. Go digital together. Create an account so you can watch your teenager. And make sure you walk the walk. Make sure you're doing what you're saying. It shows an example for your child. Some tips for social media are setting boundaries. Every account has an option to make it private or public. Make it private. Protect yourself. Set up digital free zones. No phones in the bedroom, at the dinner table, when you're at a family gathering. There's parental controls that you can control what sites and apps your child can use. Encourage other activities. There's a huge life outside of being on a cell phone. Go outside, hang out with friends, and set limits. Apple has created screen time that helps children monitor how long they can be on an app. And here's how to set up screen time. So you'll go to your settings app, scroll down to find screen time. Then there'll be that orange button, app limits, add a limit, and you could select all the apps that you want a specific limit on. I chose Messages, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Then you get to create how long you want to be on these apps for. I set mine for an hour and a half because it is exam week and I cannot be wasting my time scrolling on social media and texting. Can't afford that. And then all you have to do is press add. Too much screen time can lead to obesity, sleep problems, chronic neck and back problems, depression, anxiety, and lower test scores in children who are especially at the younger age. Now we will get a real-world perspective from Eve Muslak. Eve is a 19-year-old college student at D'Youville University. She's a part of the women's volleyball team and is an exercise sports science major on the road to PT school. Eve, would you be willing to explain your daily routine to our audience? How much time during the day do you spend scrolling on social media?
Yeah, so I'd say that when I wake up in the morning, I always check my Snapchats and answer people back, maybe scroll through Instagram or TikTok and answer any text messages that I might have missed while I was asleep. Then I get ready for my day.
All right, and do you feel like social media has affected your performance in school, especially at the college level?
Definitely. It's very easy to get distracted by social media apps, just like texting people back, scrolling through Instagram or TikTok. Super easy to get distracted from your work.
And how about your real world social life? Do you find yourself communicating more on social media or in person?
I would say that I definitely communicate with people more over social media, but I still do have a good circle and spend time with people in person.
All right, and on hand, do you happen to know your screen time for just today?
From today, so far, I've been on my phone for 3 hours.
All right, and it is approximately 5:15. And finally, do you feel as if social media has had more of a negative or positive impact on you mentally?
I would say it's more of a negative impact. There's a lot of people that judge you online, and there's a lot of cyberbullying. So whenever I make a post, before I post, I'm always thinking like, how are people going to perceive me and how are people going to react from this post?
All right, thank you for your time. All right, so in conclusion, we covered a lot of topics today, including the benefits and harms of social media. I want my audience to get out of this that social media, yes, it does have its benefits, but it has its harms. We shouldn't be going on social media to judge other people and harass them. Let people go on social media to express who they are. Thank you.